Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Guitario. For those of you who somehow haven't
Excuse me. For those of you who somehow haven't heard, Guitario is the online platform for learning guitar. They have lessons on scales, chords, rhythm, music theory, and all types of genres. Guitario is celebrating their 1-year anniversary by offering a reduced rate on their annual and monthly subscriptions until the end of the month. Sign up before the end of September and pay only $19 monthly or $97 annually. That is a steal, especially considering the quality of the lessons they provide. Head on over to Guitario.com and sign up for the reduced lesson rates today.
Or I'll sing happy birthday again.
Hey guys, it is Mike with the Come the Night. Welcome back to another Song Suggestion Friday. Very sorry there was no video this Thursday. I was feeling very ill. Ate something that I probably shouldn't have, and it royally messed up my entire day. We'll not go into details. This is the show where you guys put your suggestions of songs you would like me to give my feedback and opinion on in the comments below. This is also serving as a music share, so please do not put in things you think people already fucking know about or bands that everyone knows. This is supposed to be something interesting and engaging. There will be times for these types of Song Suggestion Fridays where we get themed ones. You can put in anything you want. That is not today. I take 5 of your suggestions. Patrons of $10 or more a month can send me their suggestions directly. Those go into a poll, which is voted on by patrons of $5 or more a month. I take 3 from the poll, and I take an additional 2 from the $10 patron suggestions. The grand total of 10 I listen to, give you my feedback and opinion, and then I grade them on a plus sign, equal sign, minus sign. Plus sign means I would actively seek that song out again. Minus sign means I would actively avoid that song. Let's begin. Level 5 by King Crimson. Was not expecting a boss battle theme from a video game. That whole track could have went in a video game and fit perfectly. They have some electronic sounding percussion that comes in and out throughout the track. That was a cool choice. I'm really liking the dissonance. Interesting melody, really digging the guitar tone actually. The lower tones of the rhythm guitar actually sound almost like horns at parts. At 153 we have this cascading guitar duel type part that I really enjoyed. Almost like a slapback echo. I really just love the harmonic relationships throughout this song. I'm not sure, I would assume it's just a diminished sound, but I don't remember offhand. I haven't sat down and analyzed it. Rhythmically, it was interesting going in between 7 and 8 feels, and the rhythmic accents were cool. I would never write an entire song like this, but kudos to King Crimson for doing that. At 3:08 and for a number of minutes there, it gets very rhythmic centric, very percussion centric, and the tone is very subdued. I definitely would not mix this way. It was not a bad mix, but it was very drum and lead heavy, and everything else kind of got lowered a little bit more than I would. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Ear of the Tiger by Myles Kennedy. Has our stand-up bass rocking the Phrygian mode, accompanied by an old acoustic and a mandolin. Vocals are solid, good melody. Drums are very tom heavy. All the instrument parts are pretty simple, but it paints a cool sonic picture. Happens to be the exact same sonic picture through most of the song, but it's okay. I actually really do like the chorus. It was a good contrast from the rest of the piece. Actually reminded me a little bit of Chris Cornell. Production is very clean and clear, well balanced. Lyrically, the song is very good. It paints a solid picture, it's poetic, and it's musical. All great things. There's really not much else to say here because the song is very simple and very repetitive, but it did feel very human. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Marigold by Caligula's Horse. Really dig the intro riff, got a great guitar tone, and the bass melts right into it. Very little mid or high end on the bass. Vocals are solid, the melody is okay. Drums are pretty cool, I gotta say. Not nuts, but not boring. The production is pretty good, but it could be mixed a little clearer. The vocals definitely get lost in the chorus. And you have these moments where they do the chugs and it's very thick and full and punchy, but then once it opens up into the full guitar chords and just regular drums, it all feels a little flat and the guitars get a little buried. That guitar solo was dope, both tasty and shreddy. Songwriting is solid, but it feels like it's missing something, and I think it might be the melody. Rhythmically, the song is pretty cool. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Self by Stealing Axion. Cool fade-in intro, kind of like a metal electronica type thing. I like the melodies against the chords, slightly Latin groove. But then at 110, it just drops off, and I'm like, this feels a little premature. And it carries this on for another 2 minutes, which, I mean, I don't hate it, but then I'm like, why were we just heavy in the beginning? It just doesn't connect. It doesn't seem like a smooth transition or two ideas that belong together. The sound palette all around I find quite pleasing. The bass is quite scooped. It's almost bulgy in nature. Nice synth touches throughout the track. The vocals are okay. The clean vocals are really where the weakness is. There's a certain number of notes that he hits that are like, oh gosh, that was not good. 314 particularly, there's actually a really cool part where they were doing some off accents and the vocals were doing it right along with it. That was nice. All of the part writing in this song is really cool, but I'd say that the all-around songwriting as a whole, it did not feel like a connected idea. It felt like they strung a couple of really cool things that they made together or just kind of made shit up as they went, and it didn't feel very cohesive. It was damn close though, I gotta say. This is a 2018 release. I'm excited to see what future stuff they come out with when they get better and more refined in their craft. Total grade for this song, =. Elephant by Jason Isbell. The guitar sounds really nice, but the riff is wearing very fast on me. Lyrics are solid, they paint a very good picture. Melody is definitely not my style, but since this is folk, it actually fits alright. It's just slightly derivative for me. Vocal style is definitely not my style, however, again, fits perfectly for folk. There is not a whole lot of dynamic in this song. It only has guitar and piano, and I guarantee the piano doesn't come in until later in the song and really starts to give us a louder, more passionate feel towards the end. Guarantee that was a producer decision. To me, this song is boring, over repetitive, and just kind of lacks like a musical soul. For people who like sob stories instead of actual music, you'll probably love this. Total grade for this song, =. Death in Greenpoint by... Pretty sure I wrote this guy's name down wrong, so it's gonna be on the screen over here. Fuck his voice. Is the worst articulation and tonal accuracy I have heard from someone who has an actual normal voice in a very long time. The drums sound like they were recorded in a Motown studio. All of the instruments are quite mundane. The only thing that really saves this sound for me is the organ. Even though it doesn't do anything interesting, it at least gives me a palette that's not complete shit. It actually made me laugh because the song was that bad. I don't think it's intentionally bad. I think this is like Neil Breen bad. The lyrics are cracking me up because of how unpoetically and unmusically they were written and delivered. The entire sound is the essence of unrefinement. If you like that, good for you. That does not inherently make this good. It is seriously amateurish. I suppose you could say that makes it authentic. That also makes it authentically bad. Total grade for this song, -. Move Your Still by Feed Me Jack. Absolutely love this groove, kind of soft rock mixed with smooth jazz. This dude has a perfect voice for this genre. It's sunk right in. The guitar phrasing throughout this song is really cool. Harmonically, very pleasing. At 110, there was kind of a drop off quick with a build up with the bass and the drums. I really liked that. That melody is so on point, both harmonically and rhythmically. The drums are in the pocket and tasty, great cymbal work. The bass is very subtle in the mix, and it's not going nuts, but it's written very well. The production is very smooth, just like the song. I guarantee in post there was a lot of boosting of the high end. There's lots of sizzle in the sound. Guy has a great guitar tone. It's a classic guitar tone with a modern articulation and phrasing. Great writing, great playing, really cool. Total grade for this song, +. New York Soul Part 2 by John Bellion. Nice tone in the intro, very airy, very light. And then I did not realize that was just like the chorus of our song, if you will, because then it goes into something completely fucking different, Monty Python style. We go full old school hip hop. Absolutely love the tone of the bass, absolutely love the sound of the percussion samples. The dude's flow is really good. You might think it's somewhat repetitive, but I agree it is. Doesn't bother me in this case. About 3 lines in, I was sucked in and I wanted to keep listening. They also have a great touch with a pad key that comes in every once in a while in the verses. That chorus is such a weird choice, and I think it's the reason why I'm not giving this song a plus sign. It's not bad, it just feels so out of place to me that I'm just like, what the fuck, what's happening? I appreciate the artisticness of trying to add that in there. Didn't do it for me, but it didn't feel completely out of place either. I mean, there's a reason for it to be there. Drum samples are super roomy and compressed, and I actually really like that because they still kind of punch you in the face. Very, very tight. The bridge gets pretty weird and ethereal, and I guess becomes the outro. It becomes the beat for the outro. The closest thing I could describe this to is surreal hip-hop. Tonally and harmonically, very cool. Also interesting throughout, good lines as well. This is not my thing, but definitely respect what that guy's doing. Really cool for a hipster. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Sleep to Dream by Fiona Apple. Holy room on the fucking drums, Batman. It sounds like it is almost all overhead in a room mic, and I think maybe like a snare mic. I don't even know if they had a kick mic. Once the rest of the band comes in, the snare pokes out a little more, but the kick definitely does not. The voice is very unorthodox, but very cool. Very cool melody, tonally familiar, but rhythmically quite different, and I appreciated that. The piano string combo is cool, and it adds again to this really, like, I don't know, again, ethereal and surreal type of feel. It was far too airy for me. The bass is cool, it is relatively simple, but not boring. Again, this whole soundscape is very surreal and airy. I don't like it. It's actually very cool and very artistic and an interesting way of looking at things. I appreciate the thought that was put into this. It is just wholly unsatisfying to me. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Counterfeit Sky by Failure. Cool filter guitar, and that kind of goes throughout the whole song. In the intro, I was really digging it against the bass and the drums. This happens to be the theme today, as things are ethereal and surreal. The vocals are okay, they fit the sound. They're lacking, I think they could have used a little bit more passionate parts, a little bit more force. The melody is okay, it fits well. The chorus melody is probably my least favorite part of it. Again, not bad, just kind of like a, oh, okay. The guitar work is really weird, and that's in a complimentary way. He's fucking with effects a lot, and a lot of times I'll bitch about that, but I can hear what he's actually doing on the guitar, and it's cool stuff, it's interesting. The chorus is where we go more traditional rock-style guitar, and there wasn't anything mind-blowing on there, but it fit well, and it wasn't boring. It wasn't just a straight-ahead power chord. Drums are well-written, not pretentious, in the pocket, and had a unique voice in the song. Right as we're exiting the chorus into the bridge, they have these oohs that were kind of ascending upwards. Really like that. I really don't care for the bass tone. It could honestly be warmer, and I think that would fill out this picture a lot better. Very interesting soundscape all around. Feels like it has elements of post-rock in it. Great dynamic, good writing. It's a cool song. Total grade for this song, equal sign. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your suggestions in the comments below. Please support me on Patreon. Patreon is how I keep this my job. It is the main source of my income. My ad revenue on YouTube is fucking shit. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!